everybody. Welcome back to Pam's Cutting Board. Today we are going to make a recipe called lemon chicken orzo. And it's going to be just a quick little easy dinner. We're going to pair it with a little bit of a salad and a breadstick. So come along with us. We'll make this recipe. Okay, I'm preheating my oven to 425 degrees. I've got 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and I've just smeared a little bit of vegetable oil over the chicken. I've salt and peppered it, and I'm going to bake it till it's done. Once it is done, when the internal temperature of the chicken is 165 degrees, then I will let it cool down a little bit to where I can shred it, and then we'll get started on the rest of this recipe. Okay, I got the chicken roasted and done, and I got, I don't know. It says on here about 4 cups, and you only need a couple, so I may not use it all. We'll see. Not I can use it another day. So I'm going to turn you down, and we're going to get started on this meal. And I was going to say, too, if you had a rotisserie chicken, you could use that. I just didn't have one. I had a couple of chicken breasts sitting in my fridge, so that's what I used. So let me turn you guys down, and we'll get started on the rest of this meal. In this pot, I've got 2 tablespoons of butter and about a tablespoon of oil. I'm just going to melt the butter, and once I melt it, I'm going to add my onions and my garlic. And I've got it on medium right now, and I may turn that down on about medium low once I get my garlic in there, because garlic is easy to burn, and that is something that if you burn garlic, you're just going to have to throw your dish out and start over. It's not any good. I've got 3 breadsticks that I'm going to put in the oven in just a little bit. I thought I was going to make a salad, but when I went to look for dressing, I didn't have any French dressing, and that's what Wayne likes. I like ranch, but it's okay. We're going to use some spinach in this, so we'll get our greens. Okay, the butter is melted. We'll add my onion, and this is probably about a half of a medium onion. We're using orzo. Orzo, it's a pasta, but it looks like rice, but it's not rice. It's a pasta. We're going to use some of the Italian seasoning mix, the dry seasoning mix. We're going to use a little bit of lemon juice. Of course, we're going to use some garlic. And then off to the other side of the camera here, I have got some chicken broth. I've got some baby spinach, and the recipe calls for half and half. I didn't have any half and half, so I'm using the evaporated milk. I'm going to turn that up and let those onions just start to fry. Then we'll add our garlic, and I'll turn the stove back down a little bit. If I'd had a rotisserie chicken, this would have actually been a one-pot meal. I could have made everything in here, not dirtied up any other dishes. Okay, the onions are starting to fry a little bit. So now I'm going to add my garlic. This is minced garlic from a jar. You could use fresh garlic if you wanted to do that, mince it up. I'm just going to let those onions cook just a little bit till they're translucent. Translucent means they get just a little bit opaque. They're not white like they are when you put them in there. Now I'm going to put my pasta in here and let it brown just a little bit. And all this butter and oil. You want it to just toast up a little bit. While this is toasting up, I'm going to make me a little bit of dishwater so I can be washing up my extra dishes. So when the meal gets done, we sit down to eat, all of my dishes will be done except for this right here. And be very little cleanup after we eat. See how this is toasting up just a little bit? Now we're going to start adding our liquid. This is chicken broth. That pasta is going to soak up that liquid. I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper. I'm going to hold up on the salt because the chicken broth that I used was the bouillon cubes. And those are usually pretty salty. I can always add a little salt after I taste it, see if I need it. I'm going to add my evaporated milk. Add my lemon juice. Italian seasoning. This is going to take a few minutes because the pasta is going to have to absorb most of this liquid. Then once it does, then you can take it off the heat. You can add your chicken, your spinach, and your parmesan. Now, this is supposed to be freshly grated parmesan. Of course, I don't have any, so we're just using the little kind that comes in a can that most everybody has. But feel free to use the freshly grated if you have it. I'm sure that would be better. We need to keep an eye on this and make sure that it doesn't get too dry or burn or anything. And once it absorbs some of that liquid, we'll be right back and we'll add the rest of our stuff. And I'm going to put the breadsticks in the oven, so when we add the chicken and everything, we'll be ready to eat. I can feel it getting thicker. The pasta is absorbing a lot of this, but we still got a little bit ways to go. We just want this to kind of thicken up and make a little bit of a sauce to cover our spinach and our chicken. While this is still getting thick, I'd like to take the opportunity to ask you, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. We would appreciate if you joined our YouTube family. We have fun here. We cook mostly. Sometimes my husband Wayne will minister to you from the Word of God. Sometimes we take you on a grocery haul or just whatever. But we do have fun. And we'd like to ask you to subscribe if you haven't. If you have, thank you so much. And when you do subscribe, hit that bell notification and select all. That way it will notify you every time I upload a video. So you'll know that and you won't miss any. And like, comment, and share. All of that helps us so that we can bring better content to you guys. And at the end, if you're new, and if you are new, thank you. We appreciate you for subscribing and joining us and watching our videos. But at the end, we always ask for prayer requests. And if you have a need, if you need prayer in any way, you don't have to disclose what your request is. Just put in there, we need prayer. And put the name. If you're saying my sister or mother or father needs prayer, just put in the first name, and that way we have a notebook and we write everybody's name down so that we will not forget to pray for that person. And Wayne and I pray over it every night. When we go to church, we ask for everyone to pray over our prayer book so that that they will be praying too. And you guys, if you pray, pray for a prayer book. That way everybody is getting lots of prayer. But who doesn't need prayer nowadays? We all need it. This is getting thick. Let me turn you guys down so you can see it. Okay, I tasted this and it needs just a little bit of salt. This is thick. I went ahead and turn the burner off. I'm gonna set it back off the burner just a little bit. Don't want it to burn. Just a little bit of salt. I'll go ahead and add my spinach. I'm going to add a little bit more spinach. Some chicken. Let me add the parmesan first. Thought they were, my breadsticks was done, but I'll leave them in there. Just a couple more minutes. Don't let me forget them. Now we'll add some chicken. I'm just going to add a couple handfuls and see where we go from there. Now, to shred this, I just took 2 forks and shredded it. That looks good. I think we're going to call that done. What do you guys think? Yep. We're going to call this done. I'm going to plate this up. I'm going to holler at Wayne, get him in here. He's playing a video game. He played hooky on us, didn't he, guys? And I'm going to get him in here, and we're going to eat dinner. Rest of the spinach, I just kind of eyeballed it. I think it said 2 cups, and I had probably closer to 4. We'll make a salad out of that another time. And then the chicken, that was 2 chicken breasts. I probably could have got away with 1, but they'd been sitting in the fridge for a couple of days, and I didn't want to lose them. So if nothing else, I can freeze that chicken and bring it out for a casserole or something later. Okay, we'll bring you guys back in a little bit. So guys, Wayne is coming in to taste test. Look what I have to clean up. We'll have a plate, a bowl, and a spoon each. This plate for the breadsticks, I'll just take the tinfoil out, wipe it out. This, if there's any left, I'll put it in a small bowl and wash the cooker and the spoon. Very little cleanup. This is good. I love this. The chicken broth and the milk and the cheese made such a good sauce. And the cheese, you could taste a little bit of the salt with it. I really didn't get much of the lemon juice, but the pasta is tender. The spinach and the chicken is just perfect. So good. Hello, Mr. Wayne.
Good evening.
I told him you played hooky, that you were playing your game. He's got is it an Xbox?
Yeah.
And he plays, if he's not helping me, he'll play that game a lot of times. He enjoys it. We've got a big old glass of tea to go with this. Now this is up my alley. I'm not sure it's up Wayne's alley or not. He likes soup beans, fried potatoes, bowl of sausage. That's what you like in it. That's your type of meal. What do you think?
It'll work.
It'll work.
It's got cheese in it, don't it?
It does. It has Parmesan cheese.
Mm-hmm. Plenty. It is good. One more bite.
All right.
Like it. Much good.
Wow.
Much good is almost a double D. But I do want to apologize. I didn't get to answer the comments as much as I wanted to. I think I got to everybody. If I didn't, I think Pam did. But I enjoy talking to you guys. I mean, I do. You're my friends. And don't forget to send your prayer request in. When the Lord does something for you, don't fail to give Him praise. And let the world know. We got a prayer answering God. A lot of this world, they've thrown Him down. But He's here to pick us up. And one day He'll pick us all the way up and take us home. You all are the greatest. I brag on you at church. Call you the cutting board prayer warriors. And love you all. And this is good. We love you all. Holler at me. And I'll holler back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.